All right, gang, welcome back. Welcome back to another Checo Forex live stream. I hope everybody had a great day. And today is a brand new day, and we are already in a trade. Actually, I just want to mark this up. I have sent this out on my Signals platform, so we're in a buy here. But I'll do a quick top-down analysis real quick. Um, our targets yesterday, as a matter of fact, got hit. Um, we caught this move up here. We did have some retracements on the way back down, but pumped back up and it hit TP up here at the top. So our TP was 3400, tapped out at 3401, 3402. So yeah, and then now what I noticed this morning early, just before I was setting up the live, but I didn't want to miss the move. So we have this previous 4 hour closure here formed this support. Then this 4 hour popped up, right? That's the candle hit the TP, pull back. Now this new 4 hour ripped all the way down to retest this support, this previous resistance, now support, tapped right into it and started flipping up. So when it started moving up, I jumped in because again, no top wick. This thing's gonna flip up, take out the previous 4 hour highs and start ripping up. Our next target is all the way up here. 34, about 34, 30, 31. So I'm looking to trade this entire range up here. Boom. Yeah, that's where we're headed, gang. So, yep. Um, we're in this trade right now. So let me kind of set this up here for everybody. Is slightly around break even. I got in around 3396. So we're in about 3396. So if anybody's joining the stream now, you still have time to jump into this trade, take this buy. But I'm gonna set all these numbers up here, and then we'll take a quick look at the NASDAQ. I just wanna, yeah, my stops are below this wick right here. Yeah, it's all the way up here. Actually have it at 30. All right. Yeah. Perfect. All right, gang. So that's the trade on gold here. Actually, my stops gotta be, yeah. Yeah, that's good. I have it below this one here. That's fine. Um, yeah. That's it right there, gang. All right. Really quick. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. We're in this go buy now, so it's right around entry there. If anybody wants to jump in there, um, Nasdaq. Wow. So yesterday with Nvidia news, we were pumping up. Market closes up, right? Once the market closes, um, we had spiked down and spiked up. Then when market closed, it closed up here. The market opened at Asia, it gapped all the way down and pumped down. But then look at this, all the way up and ripped and broke these highs, previous day high and all that. So you know, it's already gone here. So now it's coming down again here, but um, it's ranging. When you zoom out, either in the 4 hour, let me get rid of these levels. We'll make new levels. I'll get rid of all that. Clean up the board here. What I notice here is we were on this downtrend. Then we got this huge engulfing candle here. This was Friday's candle, last Friday. And no bottom wick here. But then we got this like flag pattern, it's a consolidation area here. So we're just ranging here. And, you know, my guess, I think we're going to come down. It is a bullish flag pattern, and it can come up and potentially test the highs right here. So we might get something like this. Let's say the market might want to come up and test that level up there, and then eventually drive all the way down. You know, and when it comes down, what I'm talking about is down here. Yep, right down there somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna wipe out all these gains. This is the no wait, we're talking about, where's the tariffs for the April low? You see, we have these gaps down here. That's actually where I think it's coming down, right around here. Yeah, maybe 21,000, 20,500. You know, we'll make a big hefty correction, right? And then from around this area, we're going to new all-time highs. So that's the move, but I'm trying to catch this right here, the drop down here. And then once we you know, fill these gaps down here, look at that. I mean, there's a gap to fill at 18,000 and change down here. I don't know if the market's going to come there. I mean, it's a gap to fill, but yeah, I don't know. It's possible though. It's possible. But yeah, I do see that correction to like 21,000. You know, we're coming down to these levels down here, and the market just keeps pushing up and pushing up and pushing up, and it keeps making a new all-time high like every other day. It's insane. It's so overextended. It's ridiculous. So I'm expecting this thing to freaking, you know, it needs to correct. So I'm waiting on this pullback here on the NASDAQ at some point. And I want to catch it from up here and just swing that shit all the way down. That's my plan, but you know, we'll see. You know, we haven't gotten that yet, and yeah, for the time being, it could push up. You know, it's a bullish flag. I zoomed out on this here, but at the end of the day, we do have some sort of like uptrend. Look, so currently we are on this uptrend here, so you know, we could be bullish on the NASDAQ. So, you know, we have this move right here, look. So it starts on this low right here. And then once we made that low, we started coming up, made that high, came back, touched once, come up, touched twice. And now we haven't retested here. So it's possible that we could get something like this on the way up. It doesn't have to go straight up. I mean, we could get a drop to test right here and then pump up to retest that level right here, right? And then it could then, you know, then it'll rip down. So that could be more of the path, not just straight down or straight up. It's, you know, it's gonna chop around, trickle down until it taps right down here somewhere, then bounce up, come up, tap up the top here, and then start coming down. And once we break, that trend line is gonna start, you know, extending itself this way and this way. For example, let's say that comes up to here, and let's say now it starts chopping around in here, chopping around, and it's gonna start getting smaller and smaller and smaller as well. And then once we're, you know, that ascending triangle starts to get smaller, eventually the breakout to the upside or the downside is gonna be a massive move in either direction, whichever way it breaks. So, you know, I'm expecting it to the downside eventually. But let's see. You know, that's kind of where we are here on the NASDAQ. So I'm trying to see if we can identify the move, but we do that off the smaller time frames, right? So right now on the 1 hour, and the 30-minute, we can identify some sort of entry, you know, and like we say, grab some pips. Let's see. All right. So you see this wick here? That's resistance. That was the peak high here. Then we came down, started ranging, came up, right? Kind of consolidated there. This candle tried to break above. This one wicked above. This was yesterday's candle, and then the news, and then Asia open, boom, popped down with NVIDIA news. And look at that. We rallied all the way up. We wicked above, failed to break, and now we're rejecting, right? These two candles, no bottom wick here. So, you know, it could reject, right? This could have been the top. So we're ranging. We might get some sort of drop that looks like this, right? Or like this. We might just slightly come down. But from up here to down here is a pretty good move. So we're starting to trickle down here. So we just had a new 1 hour candle open here, you know, and we might be able to drop back down to here, right? So this support here. Or come down here all the way to the bottom of the range. So, you know, that could be it. See, if you notice, that's the range we're in on the 1 hour. So we're chopping around in here, right? But that range gets smaller, and we can identify potential entries on the smaller time frame. So if I was to delete these lines and let's say go to the 15-minute, we can try to find some sort of entry, right? So the levels get a little bit smaller here. So for example, I could say, well, I'm going to trade this range here. So we're going to have this resistance here. And then I'm going to have this support right here, right? I can just try to trade this range here or wait for the breakout. If it starts pumping up, we're close to the top here. If it starts coming back up, I'll wait for closures above. And once we confirm, we can probably take the buys up. We start coming down, you know, then we have levels to trade down to. We can come down to this bottom right here. We got to look for them, you know. You got to look for these levels where the market bottomed. See, so that was the bottom. Then before that, after that, we just been kind of trending, trickling up, and range. This way we went sideways completely. Had a drop, had a drop yesterday, and then overnight, last night, Asia and London, look at that, came right back up to the top from where it was the day before. So now we're rejecting, right? Same way we bounced off of here and came all the way down. I think we bounced back here somewhere. Let me see. Did we? Oh, it was this one, but it didn't come up that close. But anyway, we were up there more or less, and then rejected. Here we came up again, rejected, came up here, and now we're rejecting just the same. So this happened very early in the morning, so I didn't catch this move. But I would have this is what I would have done on this trade here, and I'll tell you why I would have been in. So this green candle, right, comes up, taps that resistance, but failed to break above, right? This candle starts trading above, right? Took out the highs, but before the candle closed, notice how it flipped back below the resistance, and not only that, then it closed bearish. So now it's a bit of a bearish hammer candle, swept that liquidity, took out the highs, and came back down. Once that candle closed, I would have been in at the break of the 15 low right there. So I would have been in right around here. And look at that. We would have been in it so far. I mean, it pulled up here, but we would have dropped to about this much. So that would have been around 580 down to 550. Yeah, that's a 30 pip move right there. Boom. You know, probably would have been break even by now and probably holding a sell on NAS right now, but I wasn't awake to catch this move here. So now we'll wait, right? We'll see what it does here. It's kind of ranging here, but that's just a little bit of a breakdown on how I personally find, you know, everybody has a different strategy, a different playbook. That's just how I identify my trades and find my entries and do what I need to do. Yeah. In the meantime, let's just stick with NAS, with the gold. Sorry. And let's see where we are. Hopefully we're all right. Yeah, we're looking good here. What am I up here? Where's my? Oh, here it is. Yeah, we're up 20 pips. I'm up $400 here. Beautiful. That's it. That's it. We still haven't made the topic, but we did bounce nicely off of this. We made a bottom wick here off the 1 hour. That means the 4 hour is still looking to push up. It's about to flip bullish. Yep, look at that. When you look at the 4 hour, it looks even nicer. For example, yeah, once we tapped into that support and we started flipping, look at the candle. Once this candle flips green, I mean, but the perfect word, right? This candle will start pulling up, flip bullish, right? And then break the highs and just rip to the moon. That would be ideal. Love it. I love it. All right, let me switch this to 30-minute. Let's make this smaller. There we go. All right. That's it, gang. That's our trade there. Let's hang tight, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some coffee, kind of get my morning started. I kind of rushed into the live stream because I wanted to set up and try to get everyone in this trade. So when I started the live, we were right here. We actually even pulled in right into the entry, so we were right at BE for those who wanted to get in. And now we're moving up. We're running about 21 pips here in profit. 21 pips in profit. All right, hang tight. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, here we go. We're moving up. Do the flip. It's looking good, gang. Yep, look at that 4 hour. What I told you. Just broke, flip bullish and broke its high there. We're waiting for this 4 hour to pumping up, re-break the previous high after making this beautiful bottom wick down to tap support. And yeah, we're running 40 pips here, gang. 40 pips in profit. Beautiful trade. Beautiful. Yep. So we closed here, right at that resistance, came down, retested this level. You see how this candle broke above? Remember this support here? Once we broke below it, came back up, closed back above, right? We moved up, came back down, retested, and look at that. We're popping. We're about to break the highs here. Yep, we're running 50 pips. Amazing. All right, gang. Break even on this trade. That's it. Let's go break even here. Why is this not? This thing is annoying. Yeah. All right, I went break even, gang. Yeah. Oh, let me do that here, actually. That's Yeah, look at that, gang. Beautiful. Again, let's go back to the 4 hour. Look at when you look at it on the 4 hour, you see it a lot clearer there. You see how we came down. We just broke the previous 4 hour highs. This thing should run. This thing should fly up now, gang. How we looking here? All right. Yeah, look, we're running about 65 pips here. 70 pips, nearly 70 pips here. Woo! Amazing. Yep. Yeah, we're running about 60 pips here. Excuse me. How much time we have on this candle? We got about 3 minutes. Let's see if this 30-minute can close above this resistance, right? And then we'll worry about taking partials. Let me see something. I know on the 1 hour we have a wick high somewhere back here. Let me see. Let me swing over to the left here and find it. Where is it? Right. This wick high. All right. So what I do here is I'm gonna kind of paint the line right there. There you go. That's my blue line that I always put on here on stream. This is just a key level or point of interest. Might be the halfway point, but we're running wow, yeah, we're running about 70 pips here. Beautiful trade, gang. Beautiful trade. Very little drawdown. I mean, look at the entry right at the wick here. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, sniper entry here. Yeah, 75 pips in profit, gang. Beautiful trade. All right. This is what I'm gonna do here, gang. This thing is all right, close partials there. Oh snap. Oh, I closed partials at 80 pips. Popped up right before. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. All right. All right. Yeah, took partials at 80 pips and holding I closed 50% of my position, so I'm still holding 50% of my position here. Let me just give you guys this update here. Wow, gang, this thing is running up beautifully here. What a trade, gang. Yep, look at that. We're running 90 pips here. If we tap into this blue line here, then I'll take another partial. Wow. Yeah, this is perfect. Perfect, gang. What a trade. All right, while that's running up there, let me take a look at the NASDAQ. Oh, wow, look at that. Rejection here. Wow, this thing might be coming down, gang. Where are we? So let me see something to the left real quick. Yeah, so we have this support here, which is right where we were approaching. Let's have that line there. Yep, right there, here. Okay, so yeah. Wow. We might have missed the move on this one. Like I said, it happened a lot earlier in the day. This was about 4 hours ago, so I wasn't on stream to catch it. But this would have been a move I would have caught here at the break of these lows here. So we would have been in if we were going to take this. But yeah, at this point, and it's already coming down here. I'll probably just wait to see what it does when it gets to this support level. Very significant support area right here. So we'll see. Is it going to bounce back up from here, or is it going to come down and break, and then we can, potentially trade this down here? But I'll probably be off stream by then. So yeah, it's probably not something I'm going to look to trade right now. So yeah, I think there's nothing for us at this time on the NASDAQ. I will have to wait. Let's go back to gold, see how we looking here. Oh, wow. Hey, we're up 100 pips, gang. 100 pips on this trade. We're about to tap this key area here, which is that top wick. That's why I marked that line there. So let's see if we tap in here. I'll close partials and hold a small runner. And yeah, that'll be it for the day, gang. Yeah, we're running here. Beautiful. Let me just look at the 30-minute. Earlier, I wanted to just check to see if it was going to close above. Look at that. Oh, okay. Well, the only thing is we closed with no top wick here. And then we popped up here. Now we're pulling down. This candle needs a bottom wick here. So it's probably going to come down. But you see how we closed above here? We might come down and make a top of a tap here and retest the level. So see how it respected here? Came down. Now we came up and broke above that yellow resistance line there. I would expect, especially with no bottom wick here, we might come down and tap into this level, and hopefully we'll respect that level there. We'll wait and see. But yeah, we peaked up here at about what is that? Yeah, we peaked at about 110 pips here. Not bad. Yeah, gang. If you haven't secured any partials, we're still running about 90 pips here. So it's a good time to take some partials. I took partials at 80 pips here, as you see. Secured 50% of my position, which is awesome. And yeah, let's see if this runner can hold here. We make that top wick, but yeah, it's probably gonna come down, make a bottom wick here. But now what I'll monitor is the 1 hour candle, right? So now I'll switch over. I already know the 30 closed above. So now we're looking at the 1 hour, right? So we wicked up, and this has about 24 minutes, 25 minutes or so. Yeah, so we'll wait. Let's see what how this 1 hour closes. I'll tell you this much: if this 1 hour starts pulling down, right, and we end up closing below, I'll close my runner right there. I'll just get out of the full trade and secure that profit there, and just call it. But if we remain above, we stay above here, get a nice top wick. We already got a bottom wick here. Then the next candle, what I would expect, at least on the 1 hour, assuming it closes like this, I would say we'll come down. We'll need a bottom wick of some sort, maybe retest this level here, and then shoot and continue to move up here. But yes, look, it's pumping back up. Did it make a bottom wick? Did it? Let's see. I don't think it made. Nah, just missed the bottom wick here. But this 30-minute has to flip, make a bottom wick here, and then reflip bullish. Or it has a bottom wick, but well, yeah, it has one. It made one just now, but it's very little. I mean, it's, I would prefer a little bit of a steeper wick, but let's see if we're gonna run up. But it did make a small bottom wick on that little pullback just now, but it's not big enough, in my opinion. But let's see. Might decide to just keep pumping. The 1 hour candle's looking beautiful. That's the 4 hour flip as well. Remember, I told you we were bearish on that 4 hour. No top wick. We came down, and then I tell you, once we flip bullish and take out the high for the 4 hour, what did I tell you? Look at that. I told you, once we break the high, we're gonna fly up, and that's exactly what happened here. So perfect. It's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, look, it's up. It's back up 100 pips here. See if we can pump up. If we tap this blue line, I'm taking another partial there. I'll close half of my runner there. Secure another bag there, but gotta wait for it to tap this high again. At least tap into that blue line, and I'll close some more partials and secure some more profit. Excuse me. All right, we got 20 minutes to this candle closure here. Let's see. I would like to see a strong bullish closure here. Hopefully we won't flip back down and close below here. We gotta remain above this yellow line here. That's the resistance here. Now once we broke out and confirm, once we close up here, that confirms the 1 hour breakout here. That already confirmed the 4 hour flip and the 4 hour break of the highs there. And that 4 hours should keep pumping up. All right, we got 13 minutes, gang. Um, it's looking good. You know, what I want is for this candle, right? 1 hour to close, breaking resistance, confirming that breakout. Then the next candle, again, what I would expect, right? The next 1 hour candle is to give us some sort of bottom wick, right? Start pulling down a little bit, give us a bottom wick, and then continue to move up and then come up to around these highs up here. That's what I want to see. But you have to close above first, right? So step by step, wait for the closure. Second part of the playbook is wait for some sort of bottom wick, right? And then for it to pop up. But a lot of times it closes, right? And we start pushing up. It breaks the highs first with no bottom wick. If that's the case, I'm still gonna take partials at this level here. And then, you know, because a lot of times they break the high, and then when it comes down to make the bottom wick, it'll come all the way back down like that. So that's possible, you know, and come back into this range down here. But you know, sometimes you know, we'll get the bottom wick first. We'll get a pretty decent bottom wick here, and then as it starts to flip and then re-breaks this candle's high, it should continue to push up here. So we'll see what happens. First things first, right? Let's wait for this candle. That's the first thing we're waiting for. The candle closure confirming this break of this resistance here. Then we'll deal with the next candle when it opens up in about 10-11 minutes or so. All right, gang, just hang in there. We're running about 95, 96 pips currently. It's looking good, looking good. For those who just tuned in, this blue line is where I'm gonna take another partial. I already closed partials at 80 pips, secured that, and I got my runner going here. So I'm waiting to take another partial on that runner right here. That should be, that's about 130, yeah, about 131 pips. So at 131 pips or so, 130 pips, I'll take another partial. And let's see if that runner will run up. You know, I'll probably just close it right around here, wherever. Let's see how much more we can get out of it, because you know, I got a couple of things I need to do, so I'm not going to be on stream too long today. So I'm hoping this thing will give us the move we want, so we can close out, grab our profits, and call it a day. All right, so just hang tight, gang. We're waiting for this candle closure, 10 minutes. All right, hang tight. All right, gang, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Was on the phone, had a phone call to make, and all right. Oh, we're approaching our target here. Beautiful, beautiful. We're about to hit that target there. Um, let's see what Nas is doing. I want to see if it continue to drop or break resistance or what. Okay. Oh well, yeah. Look, Nas flipped back up. Yeah, we were running up here on the Nasdaq. We did flip bullish. We got a nice bullish closure, but no top wick here. We made a top wick. Now we're coming back down. So yeah, still nothing there at the moment for us. Buys might not be out of the question here, but I will have to see some confirmation there. Sean, good morning, brother. Good morning. We're running about 120 pips in profit here, gang. 120 pips currently on this gold trade. We almost tapped my target here, but we just missed it by a few points there. Let's see. Let's see if we'll get it here. See, we get the push up, and I'll secure some more partials there. We're pulling back down here. Wow. Man, pull back 20 pips. That was the confirmation we got. Remember, I said we were waiting for the closure above. Next candle, you see we got a little bit of a bottom wick here, and then got the push, and then we just broke the highs there. But we just pulled back a little bit here. So let's see if we reflip and continue to drive up here. 812, right? So comics opens at 820. So let's see what happens. Oh, you missed it, Sean? Dang. Yeah, we got him right here. Look at that entry. I mean, I don't think we have maybe a little bit of drawdown, like 2 or 3 pips drawdown, but that's it. This thing just ripped up. So it was a sniper entry. All right, let's see. We keep pushing up here. I'm making some adjustments here. Give me 1 sec. I just gotta want to message you. 1 second, gang. Sean, if I think Nas will drop. I, you know, I think it could. Let me explain why. So, from what I heard, Nvidia earnings, you know, they were good, but I think they missed expectation. I think they did very well, but I think everybody was expecting them to come in a lot better, is what I'm hearing, and they weren't as good as everybody was anticipating. Although they were good earnings, they were pretty good earnings. So that's why initially the market, when this was the candle closure here, right? Go to the 1 hour here. Um, Apparently, the market closed up here on Friday. I mean, I'm sorry, yesterday. And at Asia Open, look at that gap down. It just opened up here and pulled down a lot further down here. And then look, we rallied up all Asia and London, and we came up and even broke the previous day highs. Picked above that, and then we just came down. And look at that. Now we're pulling back up here. But I think I don't know. I think this level will respect here for now. I would say, Sean, we might flirt around this area. You see how we're ranging here? We're ranging here yesterday. You know, I think I don't know. I think it'll roll over. I think it'll roll over here. So, what's the breakout? I mean, damn it. I mean, a break above. I mean, look at this downtrend here that we came down and broke, heavily downwards. So we've been coming down on the Nasdaq. So, when you look at the like this, for example, let's see if we could do a fib retracement here. Let me see if you know what? Let me do it off the 4 hour. Why am I even like stretching this out? We'll just go from the high to the previous low, and we can see more or less. Let me delete these levels. It's just to get an idea of where the retracement is going to be. So this was the low, right? And this was the high here. But then now we had this new low right here. So if we take the fib levels, right, and we take it from the high to this current low right here, the more recent low, right? Look at where we are, Sean. See, 61.8 retracement, and we've been stalling just under there. Look, respected. We're still respecting that here. So, and this is a very good fib level to anticipate a retracement. So this is the correction to this move down. So we come from the high, tapped all the way at the bottom of the fib right here, right? And then now, the 50% would normally be a good area to find a retracement, but we popped up straight up there. Look at that. From down here, look at that candle, straight to the 61.8 right here. And then we've been respecting that. So I'm personally, unless we break above this, excuse me, and come up to tap the 78% here, that would be about 23,750. We close above there, then we might make our way up here before we see the drop. But as long as we're respecting this level, I would anticipate, once we come into that resistance, if I see any like bearish closures or an engulfing bearish closure on one of the candles off the 1 hour 30-minute, I'll be looking for the sells back down, and then we're gonna come back and sweep these lows right here. So I'm thinking we came down, right? So we got the impulse correction, and then another leg down to swipe out these lows down here, and that target will be this one support here, so we can come down to about 22,697 or so. But like I said before, we're probably gonna come down here. So our target will probably be right around this area right here. Did I get it? Right there. So we'll come down to like 21,450, 500, 21,005. I think that's where we're gonna target. but we still have this support to contend with here, right here. See, it's a very strong support area, right around that level right here. You see, it was support, popped off, came down, support, and then we've been from this low to this high. That was the high here that we made. Now we're, coming down. All right, now we made the correction, and now we're ranging. But this also, just to keep in mind, this pop up right here, this one candle, and then now this consolidation is almost like a bullish consolidation to me. So it also kind of told me maybe this wants to come up and retest the highs up here, right? So it might be something that would look like this, Sean, for example. Like you might want to come up. Why every time I get it? Look, oh, is that I can't do it with this one. All right. Let me just do it. Goodness. Right here. So we might come up here, Sean. All right, come up to the high. And then once we retest these highs, maybe even break above them a little bit, then we will get the leg down and then probably come down to this low right here. So it's, you have to wait to see how they print. If we start breaking these fib levels, we'll start looking at the next targets up. But I think we might even sweep these highs. We might even come up and make a new all-time high, right? Maybe come up, wick above there, come back, close below, right? And then catch our move from there and then come down. That's a scenario. Again, that's just because we have a bullish consolidation at the moment, but also, looking at it technically, using the fib levels, we're respecting the 61.8. We got this huge drop down. This is a correction, right? And then the next leg down. So it all depends. If it breaks above this fib level, which is where we have our horizontal support, resistance, sorry. Let me just get rid of this fib. Yeah, so awesome, Sean. I'm glad, bro. Yeah. So right now in the immediate, this is let's say, to keep it simple, right? Not too much, just basic support, resistance. This is what I was, wow, look at that. You see, Sean, look, we're coming up. Let me just show you what's happening here. Two things, right, that we have to be careful with. I'm glad this is popping up. Look at, we're moving up here, right? We have, right, this is resistance here, right? Right there, resistance. Look at how we're breaking out of it. We wicked above earlier. We came down, made a bottom wick. We did get a bullish closure here. If this 4 hour now comes out and takes out the highs, yeah, this thing is going to run up. So we're about to look for some buys here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this is a buy opportunity here. If this 4 hour takes out these highs here, Sean, after making this bottom wick, I think NAS might move up. But it's 8:40. Yeah, I'll probably wait for the closure. Look at the 1 hour. See the resistance here? Resistance, 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 resistance. So here, look at that bullish candle here. So if I was gonna take a trade here, right, I would do something like this, Sean. All right, long position. I'll have a buy stop at the break of that high right there, and my stops would be below the previous 1 hour low, right? And my TP would be up there, wherever, you can have a technical, use the previous levels. Like you can come up to this first level here, which is exactly where I stopped it there, or here, all the highs. You can target those, but I would target this first high right here. That would be a buy stop, right? So it's a pending order, because right now, if we come up but fail to break the high, this thing could pull back down. So I will let it activate me. Once it breaks the highs, it should continue to move up here. But yeah, I'm not gonna be taking that trade on stream. If I take that entry, it'll be on my signals platform because I'm about to hop off of this any minute now. All right, let me get back to gold and see where we are and decide what I need to do. Let's see. Oh, dang, you see, I was over here analyzing. Oh, no, this was the previous one. This was the 1 hour that tapped up there. Yeah. So the 1 hour, we came up here, but that was when I was waiting on it, and then we just didn't get it to tap the high there. Yeah, you see, we missed. I was waiting for it to tap that blue line. It came close, but at the moment, gold is respecting the resistance here, or now turn support, right? So we got the breakout. Now we're retesting, and we should continue to move up. We should. Uh, what I would prefer is this candle to start flipping up, break its high, and start driving up. So we have a 15-minute candle opening up. This 15 might close bearish here. So let's see, we might get a bearish 15 closure, but as long as we respect here and we close above, we should be fine. But if we come down on this 15 and close below, I might be looking to just close my position. I'm up $600 right now. I have no problem taking, $500-600 in profit and calling it a day. I already secured partials at 80 pips. Yeah, so I locked in about $800 already on this trade. All right, so we close respecting right here, but it's a bearish closure nonetheless. So let's see if we'll make a bottom wick and then start flipping up here. But if we start kind of pushing down and closing below here, I might just call it. We have a bottom wick here. No. Um, Dang. I'm honestly, I still believe this thing is gonna start. Might start driving up. We did break above here, but we ran into that resistance, that blue line there, that wick high. We ran into that. You see that wick right here? See that wick high? We ran into it here. Same way it rejected here. We came up into it, and now it's rejecting. So I might consider just closing this position here and just running with my profits here. Let me take a look at it one more time just to be sure. Yeah, it could still flip, but it broke the previous 1 hour highs and then flipped down. Yeah, gang, look, I'm up $500 here, man. It's we did get the breakout again. This could just be a little bit of a pullback, and then later in the day it'll continue to drive up. But it's getting late here on stream for me. Oh, I was actually pulling up here. You know what, gang? Yeah, I'm probably gonna lock it in here. See, it's at 575. Let me see if we go back to 6. If we get that, I'll just take $600 and get out. Give it one more shot. Let's see. Get a little bit of a pullback here. If not, if we start driving down, I'll just jump out. A little bit of a pullback here. Stalling there. 580. This thing might want to start coming down here. Yeah. All right, gang, I closed it. I closed it at a little over 25 pips. I'm out. Yeah. Yeah, look, it's starting to push down here on gold. So yeah, I like it. And I closed out full positions here, gang. Beautiful trade nonetheless. We peaked all the way up here at about 125 pips, but just couldn't get to the level here to close another partial. But I'm good. I'm good. Bagged about a little over 1,300 on this trade right here. Beautiful. It's a great way to start the day. So I'm very happy with my profits, gang. Again, for those, if you want to hold, you definitely can. I mean, this is still a possible target. Gold might continue to run up after this breakout, but it's pulling back down. And look, if we close back in the range, this thing might drive down. So if you're gonna hold, just monitor where these candles close in the next few hours, and you'll determine. But at least remember, go break even. Don't risk anything. This trade was way up here. There's no reason why you should take a loss on this trade. All right, gang. All right, that's all I got for today. Excuse me. We'll be keeping an eye on the NASDAQ. And wow, look at that push down. Good thing I got out. Yeah, it's coming down here, gang. Yeah. All right, gang. Again, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in, for stopping by, hanging out. I hope you guys made some money this morning. We had a beautiful gold trade. You know, although we didn't hit that second partial there, but we locked in some very good profits on the trade this morning. So great job, gang. Again, if you're going to trade the New York session, just keep in mind, you know, always remember, don't over risk, don't over trade. And yeah, if you made your profits here, if you made about whatever 1,300, just like myself, I would advise you stay out of the markets, man. Stay out of the markets. You're good. Just wait till tomorrow. All right, everyone. I hope everybody has a fantastic day, a blessed and safe morning, and a blessed and safe rest of your day. All right. I'll see you guys. Not tomorrow. I'll hop back on next week. All right. All right. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.